Hey guys, welcome back to another Flesh and Blood video. This video is proudly brought to you by the House of Cards, the official sponsor of my stream. Be sure to check out the link in the description below for all of your Flesh and Blood needs. So here's an Oldhim game that Silas and I played the other day. We had a few minutes and we wanted to play the mirror a little bit. I'm pretty new to Oldhim. Oldhim is like one of those heroes that is always at the top of the metagame. It's a mainstay of the metagame. It's always at the top. You always see people doing well with it. Oldhim is just very good. Now, part of that's due to his hero ability. His hero ability is one of the best in the game, honestly. And Oldhim's just a very strong character. Oldhim can throw, a bunch of 6 for 10s. Some would dominate. Oldhim can have turns where he blocks 6 and then throws 7. At worst case, he, can block 6 or, block up to 8 or 9 points and still hammer you in Arsenal a card for next turn. Oldhim has a lot of play. I'm really debating about playing Oldhim in Richmond and at Baltimore. So here is a little sneak peek at a game that Silas and I played the other day. Thanks for stopping by, guys, and I hope you enjoy the video. You're supposed to play Sledge, and Command & Conquer seems bad because of Crown of Seeds. So we're going to see what happens. I'm probably going to have to change my whole layout here. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to change my whole layout.
Everything's probably changed.
Am I just throwing Sledge here and just arsenaling this? Yeah, I guess let's just throw Sledge. Bro, you play Flesh and Blood? You have a TikTok? So, unfortunately, I do not have a TikTok. Big love for 2069. If this isn't Kyle, I'm going to lose my mind. But no, I don't have a TikTok, not yet. I was talking to somebody about that the other day, though. Is there a way to, make that different? Oh, man. This whole thing feels weird. I see I've got to turn off the noises. Who's Kyle? I've seen a lot of cards on TikTok lately, mostly Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay, well. Yeah, people stream on TikTok pretty regularly. I think I'm the only person that doesn't, honestly. I think I probably need to give up streaming on Facebook and start streaming on, need to stop streaming on, Facebook and probably start streaming on TikTok. I've seen a shitload of card openings lately. Yeah, I mean, people like to open packs and do stuff like that. I definitely know that. So let's see. I can block 4 here, take 4, and then I can dominate this. And then arsenal this. So we're just gonna pass. Oh, you can pass blocks and reactions. I do like that. That's pretty neat. They're oddly satisfying. It is pretty cool. It is pretty cool to be able to. I'm just gonna keep this, I think. It is kind of fun to watch pack openings, honestly. I think I'm okay taking 4 here, because I don't need this to gain power. Honestly, I don't really know that anything gaining power is relevant in my deck. I feel like taking 4 to throw 10 dominate's probably worth. I wonder if Channel's any good in the mirror. What do you think, Silas? Do you think Channel's any good in the mirror?
It's a blue block 3 that you can arsenal or use diffuse.
Sorry, let me rephrase. Do you think it's worth playing it? Like actually putting it onto the field?
No, I don't think you'd ever play it. These decks don't run enough ice decks for you to even play it unless you pitch stack it.
That's true. That's true. Dominating in every sense is always worth. I mean, yeah, doing it in the mirror, I imagine dominating in the mirror is definitely worth, I would say. Block with a Spinal Crush. Interesting. Oh, and the Staunch. Okay, Staunch from Arsenal. Not bad. We'll go with
Yeah,
that.
but it doesn't
and
give
then
me
that.
much of a turn.
I mean, sure, it doesn't, but still pretty good though.
So I just gotta pass.
Hey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. I'm gonna pitch this, and then I'm gonna reveal these cards. The new layout's kind of cool. Like, it's gonna take some getting used to, but I think I'm just acting like a crotchety old man.
I told you it's very different than what it was.
I honestly really like it so far.
Sadly, that sucks.
Do you play Flesh and Blood, Big Love? That's a weird thing to say out loud, but I do like your name. It is funny. If you could stop with all these staunch responses, that'd be cool, bro.
The deck does.
I know, but stop so I can kill you.
Dude, you're probably gonna win anyhow.
I don't know. I mean, having a 13-point turn here is pretty solid. Like, because if you want to not take damage, you got to throw 2 cards, and then you're forced between, arsenaling or. Okay. So doing that, I mean, I guess you could use Tunic if you wanted to throw the hammer at me.
You couldn't find that.
I've played some, but I'm pretty bad at it. Well, Flesh and Blood's a hard game, dude. It takes a while to get used to all the ins and outs of the deck for sure. So you are going to use Tunic to throw it. So I'm going to activate Tunic. We'll let this resolve. I'm going to play Crown of Seeds. So we'll play Sink Below. That's not bad. So we take 1. We get to go. We'll put this on the bottom and we'll pick Go again. Oh. Do you have another defense reaction? No, taking 5. All right, so your turn's pretty good. And we'll come in with Sledge here. I mean, again, we get to have an 11-point turn. And we blocked. So, what did you pick? You picked draw card. So you're going to arsenal something. I kind of like blocking 3, going 5, draw card. And then if I draw blue, I can do that. So we'll take 2 here, go to 33.
Like this matchup, you have to know how to pitch stack to win.
I completely agree. It's going to be a very interesting second cycle for both of us, I believe. We'll pick draw card. Never didn't have it.
Nope.
You love to see it.
Nope.
Ooh. Okay, Sink Below. That makes sense. Is there a timer in the online client? Can you take a knee? So there is not a timer, actually, which is pretty interesting because in competitive card play, there is a timer. But yes, let's do this. We'll pitch this. Huh. Interesting line. Don't have Command and Conquer, please. No, there's not a online there's not a timer, which is kind of nice. Well, well, it's nice for testing purposes, but I would prefer there be a timer because there is a timer. The one thing that I feel like if you ever played Magic, that I feel like Magic kind of got right is that they had there was like a chess clock that you had, and I did really enjoy that. I enjoy the chess clock feature of Magic a lot. Am I vaping? No, that's cards. I'm shuffling cards, and I think, I don't know, I chew on them sometimes. I'm not really sure. Yeah, we'll take 8 here. You don't have Tunic up, so I'm not worried about Pummel. Well, there's kind of a timer. You can see at the end of the match how much time both players take. I mean, yeah, sure. So you can see how much time has passed, but unfortunately, there's not really like a way to enforce the timer. I don't think, anyway. Let's see. So this costs 7. This might be one of the coolest plays I've ever got to make. Honestly, I don't think I've ever had the opportunity to do this. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that way too? Know you had something in your mouth? I don't know. I don't remember putting anything in my mouth. Maybe it was my pen. I chew on my pen sometimes. I don't know. I definitely am not vaping, though. I will tell you that. I actually did that for a moment when it first became popular. And then I read that it like coats your lungs, and I put it down, and I haven't touched it since. It was probably one of the smarter decisions I've made for my health. Maybe I'm just imagining shit. I guess that's also possible. I feel like throwing Pulverize is kind of like just like a pretty solid mirror play. I mean, I feel like throwing Pulverize in a Guardian Mirror is good anytime. Would you agree, Silas?
Yeah, it's pretty disruptive.
Especially when it's got a Pummel attached to it. So you pitch your last 2 cards to Staunch for 10.
No, I can't pay for it. 10.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't have 2 blues?
Mm-mm.
I was like, because man, blocking for 13 and only taking 5 here would have been good.
Yeah.
But take 8 and lose an entire turn cycle? That's a blowout.
No, it's fine. I can still Tunic for Crown on my turn. Hopefully draw.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I guess
I don't know if I
Tunic
will,
Crown into a blue allows you to...
It doesn't do anything still.
Oh, you don't have any cards in hand. That's right. I was thinking you have 1 card in hand.
No.
Hey, Blaze. Hey, what's up, buddy? Let's go Staunch. Then Channel, I guess. Ooh, this is an awkward hand.
Good, I need you to grab it.
So I can use Tunic here to throw a Spinal Crush. Or I can pitch my blue, my Fate Foreseen, throw Sledge for 6, Arsenal the Spinal Crush, keep Staunch in hand. I think throwing Spinal's good. Let's see. We've seen 2 blue Staunch responses and 2 red Staunch responses from Silas. I imagine he's not on more than that, if I had to guess. Make that Endless Winter go away. Let's go ahead and use our Tunic here. I think it's worth, honestly, to just kind of throw a Spinal Crush and just kind of force him to deal with it. Plus, we're pitch stacking some more defense reactions here. Did you know? Okay, Kyle. Now I know it's you. I knew it. Oh my gosh. I mean, you did have me. When you text me back and said, what has to be me? I'm at work. I was like, oh, all right, well, maybe Kyle's just honestly like just at work and this is like some random person with a odd name. The one time I have reception at work. Well, I feel like you took your one opportunity to have reception at work and you've used it very well. Something interesting of note, I haven't activated Oldhim's hero ability at all this game. Have you? I don't think you have.
No, the cards don't really allow for it too often in most decks.
I was like, I feel like the way it's built right now, you just don't really have that a lot.
Mm-mm.
We'll go Fate then Mulch, and we'll Arsenal this. Hey. So let's activate Crown of Seeds. Pitching Chokeslam. Drawn to a pretty good card. I guess even if you have the Pummel, it doesn't really matter here. We'll play Sink Below. We'll let this happen. Putting the Pummel on bottom doesn't do anything besides make poor pitch stack for me here. So, because if I could attack for 3 here, had Tunic up, I would have been in a pretty good spot to be able to try to tear Asunder Sledge here, but I don't think it's worth. So we'll just take 1 and just throw the hammer here. Now I'm me. You were always you. I do like being able to pitch stack, tear asunder Glacial Footsteps. How much of the mirror have you played in your testing, Silas?
Not much.
Not much?
No.
All right.
I've played a lot of Assassins.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Copy.
Yeah, I think to win this, you have to pitch stack.
I mean, I 100% agree. And I guess I could just play this to push damage here.
Play that Pummel ban.
I'm thinking about it, but it seems bad. This doesn't seem like where I want to do that. I think I would rather just have my arsenal. What is there a way? Can we undo things? Okay, we can, thank God. I was like, that is not what I wanted to do.
It's weird. The way you have to click things is real weird.
I agree. It is a little odd at times for sure.
And it kind of hides their cards up there, so it's hard to see the full cards.
So we'll block 4, take 4 here. We'll come in for 10. I mean, taking 4 to tie our life totals up with Silas and then throw 10 is pretty powerful here, considering we've seen a hefty amount of defense reactions. We've seen 2 Sink Belows, a Fate Foreseen, 2 Red Staunches, and 2 Blue Staunches, which means, to my knowledge, the only thing left in his deck is Sink Below. Unless he's on 3 Red Staunches, which I guess is possible. Uh-oh.
It's not as bad as it could be.
What'd you say?
Said it's not as good as it could be.
So, if I had an Earth card, we'd be in a really good spot right here, because I could throw 3, block with Crater Fist, and then activate Oldhim. But unfortunately, our turn doesn't really allow for much here. So I think we're just gonna have to block 3, arsenal a card, and then just kind of try to play the catch-up game next turn, depending on what Silas draws. So Yeah, because I can only, I mean, I could block 7 if I threw my Tunic, but I'm throwing Tunic to be able to throw Hammer back. And that doesn't feel right to me. I think I'd rather just take 4 here.
There you go.
Man and Earth card would have been awesome there.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the list that I'm playing only plays like a couple. There's not even really like a lot of them in my deck.
No, there's not a lot of Earth or Ice. And that's what I texted Alexander, and I said, man, why don't they run Ice cards? And he said, because they're block 2s. So no one runs them.
That's fair.
I said, oh, that makes sense.
So I don't think there's a world where we want a Tunic Crown here. And I think we just got severely rewarded for our play. Yeah, I'm willing to take 7 here and go to 9, honestly, because what we drew is just so powerful. We're going to activate Tunic. And we're just going to throw Pulverize here because it's for 14 points. When it's 13 to 9, you're getting a lot of cards out of your opponent's hand right here. And also, like, even if you're not, it's just like insane value because the on-hit effect is so relevant. Even if he keeps 2 cards to try and throw Hammer here, it's just so much value for us because the Hammer's for 2.
Oh man, that's even if it hits.
Yeah, if it hits at all. That's why Pulverize is so good in my opinion.
I don't think I can block it all. 6, 9, 12.
I mean, if all your hand is block 3s, that's 12.
Okay.
And then Crater Fist is 14.
It's fine. We'll take a turn off.
I mean, I think it's important to do things like that.
Yeah, Oldhim can afford it. I'm not used to doing that with Fi. If you take a turn off with Fi, you literally lose the game.
Yeah, no, I hear you. It's bad. Well, I drew all of my elemental cards in one hand. I mean, I could activate Crater Fist to make this 11. Because then you'd have to block 8, which is 2 cards and 2 pieces of equipment. I don't think that's worth anything to me. I think I would rather just come in for 9. Because you can Crown of Seeds, and then 2 equipment is 3. So you'd have to throw 1 more card. Must have a defense reaction. No. All right, you just don't care about go again? All right, I mean, I guess that's also fair. Like, you are playing a Guardian.
Yeah. So I'm saying I don't care.
Like, it's not crazy to think that you just don't care about that. Autumn's Touch. This has Pummel wrote all over it.
Uh-huh.
And this has Pummel. This screams Pummel. So
you think I have it? Do you think I have it?
I mean, if you don't, this is bluff of a century for you because you're throwing a blue Autumn's Touch at me. Hammer's just better. Like, if you don't have it here, then good job. Man, good job, Silas. That's all I can say to you. Because you got me hook, line, and sinker, my friend.
All right, I'm gonna even bait you harder.
So we go Crown for 1, and if we're gonna play around Pummel, we have to put 9 up there. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can block I can block Chokeslam, Channel, which is 6, and then Crater Fist is 8, and then, of course, if you have a blue, you could have double Pummel, and that would be even worse. I don't really know that there's a world where I'm ever playing around double Pummel, though. Yeah, I don't think there's a world where I'm playing around double Pummel. I think I'm just going to have to throw 8 and hope you don't have the second one, because another blue would allow you to play both of them. Okay. That worked out kind of nicely in our favor, because now we have the ability to throw Sledge. Set up a pretty decent pitch stack here, and we're at 9, which means we have more life to give than Silas does.
My hand is really awkward. Let me crown.
Yeah, I was like, I once heard Nathan say, if your hand's awkward, start with crown.
Yeah.
You saw a lot of defense reactions early.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I've only used my sink belows so far. So Tunic, Ironhide, Crater Fist for 4. So you take 1 here, go to 3. You get to keep your hand. So your hand is pretty good. Or I was like, you need it to try and throw something. So you have 1 floating. Oh, you had to keep all your cards. I see now.
Yeah, I had the double reds.
So if I block 3, 4, 5, I take 4, go to 5, and then I get to throw 8 at you. And you have no equipment, and you'll have 4 cards, no arsenal, which means you're forced to throw at least 2 cards at me. I could alternatively block with Thunderquake and then go Endless Winter Fused. I think that's better. I'm using my Tunic that way, and I get to fuse and put Winter's Grasp in my arsenal, so I have an arsenal that way. That is just a better play. So Tunic's an instant, so it doesn't have to have go again. Okay. Yep, so I'll take 4 here, go to 5. Endless Winter here at the end of the game is pretty good. How was Fortnite? Honestly, we kind of got raked over the coals. Fortnite did not go super well for us today. You know, I mean, it happens. Like, there's good days and bad days. But how was Apex? And we'll fuse.
Fused it.
Yeah, being able to fuse the Endless Winter here is really solid because it gives you a lot of frostbites, which means even if you block with 2 cards and go to 1, you block with 2 cards and go to 1, you're still getting frostbites, which means you can't hammer me here. Well, I guess you can, but you'd have to have 2 blues.
Let me go back. I'm gonna give myself a turn. I don't know if it's the right play, but no, I have to do it that way. Never mind. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, man. I was like, if you're gonna undo and like make a better play, like 100%, I'm with you. Do it. It's better for testing, especially. And then we'll arsenal this and pass. This hand is terrible. I'm honestly debating if I want to. I guess I can crown on my own turn. I don't have to crown on your turn. What'd you say?
I said you can. That's what makes it busted.
I mean, honestly, though, about the same. Got whooped. Yeah, today was not a great day for. Today was not a great day for. For Fortnite for us, so I feel that.
I just need you to not kill me this turn.
So if I go 5 go again into hammer, I'm gonna take every card. Yeah, go 5, go again, and to put this on the bottom and to pitch both of these for hammer. I could pitch this for crown, put this on the bottom, and then I can put Oaken Old on the bottom and hope to draw an earth card to pitch, and I could try to pitch stack an Oaken Old here. I don't know. I think we're just going to have to go... I think we're just going to have to go this way. We can put the Oaken Old on the very bottom here. Oaken Old. We'll put it on the very bottom of our pitch stack here. And then... and then we'll have a Winter's Grasp we can put on the bottom. And then if we draw an Earth card here, we'll be in pretty decent shape to set up a pitch stack Oaken Old, which is definitely in the game, pretty much no matter where we're at. They also have a lot of defense reactions coming back around. Let's activate Crown of Seeds just to see if we find something cool. Yeah, I like this because 9 is better than 9 is better than 8. So we'll throw the Spinal Crush here. Anything we can do to put pressure on Silas at this point and make sure we're taking cards out of his hand is really good. Plus, we're also up 12 cards, so being up 12 cards, I feel like definitely gives us an advantage the longer the game goes on. Must be a defense reaction. Yep, so that does...
Arsenal.
What'd you say?
I said I gotta get it out of Arsenal.
No, I mean, I hear you. Makes sense. And he's got Hammer, so... Nothing is really good about our hand, honestly. Part of me wants to just block 3, take 3 here. Because... Actually, I can block 6. Yeah, no, this hand's pretty good. We want to keep the disable because it attacks for more. So this is solid because we get to take nothing and we get to use our Tunic to be able to fuse an Endless Winter here and still have a card for Crown of Seeds next turn. So we'll use Tunic. Pitch this, fuse with Channel Lake, and we'll give Silas some Frostbites here. And being forced to block with 3 cards also puts us in a position where he can't hammer us, which is the best spot we can be in, because the sooner we get back around to the 2 Pummels we pitched, or a dominated a Glacial Footsteps, we'll be in a better spot.
It sucks.
We're gonna start with Crown and see what we find here. So we'll go Rouse, reveal 16. I guess I also could have just dominated the Macho Grande and probably gotten there. Would have been 8 dominate. Probably would have been enough to win us the game, but my stream said I wasn't live on YouTube and I was very confused. Ah, hiss. It's a good play. It's a good play. So here is a prime example. Let's take this example to say why we should have thrown the Macho Grande, because that was bad. We'll put the Macho Grande back on top. We'll lick our wounds and go into the next turn.
I need you to draw 4 reds.
Well, I think there's at least one coming up in this hand. Maybe more. Oh, I was totally wrong.
All blues crap. That means you can throw the Macho Grande in. Yeah, that's TCG.
I was like, we'll see if this gets us there.
Yeah, it's dominated. I don't have anything in Arsenal.
Oh, okay. I mean, I was like, I think you're out of defense reactions just based off how this is.
I have 1 left.
You've played 2 sinks, a fate, 3 sinks, and we've
I have
seen
1 red staunch.
Oh, you play all 3 red staunches?
Yeah, this list has all 3 reds.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was not ready for that. You would have definitely gotten me.
GG.
So take everything I'm about to say with a grain of salt. This is the first time I've ever played the Oldhim mirror. I haven't really played a lot of Oldhim ever, honestly, if you want the truth. The game was pretty close, but I felt like I had tempo going into the end of the game, which is a pretty good place to be. I also had more cards in my deck, which means I felt like I was trying to set up my pitch deck and I was trying to use my Crown of Seeds more efficiently than Silas was. The Oldhim mirror is pretty grindy and it's a pretty long game. I mean, it's like a 30-minute game, you know, just one game that we played. Silas saw a lot of his defense reactions early, and I think that put him in a bad spot pretty early on. And me seeing mine late game and being able to pitch stack those and set that up really put me in a decent spot. I also think I was able to use Crown of Seeds the longer the game went on and be pretty effective with that and really try to cover up and just throw more damage than I was taking. And, you know, Silas was kind of put on the back foot. I had a couple of pretty good, like, you know, Pummel turns throughout the course of the game, and so like it really just allowed me to set up and try and pitch stack and play that slower, grindier game that Oldhim likes to play. Sledge is also very good in the mirror. Sledge felt very good. Being able to pitch a couple of cards to come in with the hammer and still keep a card from my arsenal is very solid. Staunch Response, another great card. I know that some of the things I'm saying kind of feel like no-brainers, but I think Staunch Response is better than Unmovable right now if you're playing Guardian. I think that Lexi's going to be picking up amongst the metagame, and with Lexi picking up, I think you're going to want to see more Staunch Response because Staunch Response plays through a Frostbite better than Unmovable does. So it's just kind of one man's opinion on what's happening right now with the metagame. But anyway, if you guys got any questions or comments, please throw them in the comments below. I'd love to hear some critiques on my gameplay. Lord knows it probably wasn't perfect. I also apologize for the little bit of the miscue with my camera and the sponsorship logo on the screen. That was my first game inside of the new Talishar client, so I'm looking forward to cleaning that up for my next stream. But questions or comments in the comment section below, and if you liked the video, be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.